ladies and gentlemen. I must start by thanking Ambassador Rahman for inviting me to speak today to you. I think it's a distinct honor to be here this evening. I'll start with the invitation card I received. If you all, I think all of you received this invitation card. If you look behind, there was a cartoon in the card which showed that a person is not sure which way to go. He has got felicitation, arbitration, negotiation, mediation. And once he crosses all that, those, and decides not to take any, and he steps forward, he goes somewhere inside a hole, and he doesn't know where he goes. But the fact is, ladies and gentlemen, that we are in there, we are already in the hole. That's what he did not, the card doesn't say. And that's what I'd like to explain to you, how we in Bangladesh are already in the hole. I say so because recently there was a survey done by, it's done every year, this year also this was done. This is ease of doing business. This is a survey done all over the world by the World Bank. Over there, Bangladesh came out 174th out of 189 nations in the world who were surveyed. Now, a country which is the 44th largest GDP in the world, only 43 countries are bigger than us in GDP, and has a GDP of $200 billion, that isn't small. And yet, why should ease of doing business, we should be 174th? It does seem difficult to understand that. So I looked at it a little carefully, and I saw that there are 3 items over there that really make us look bad. And in these 3 items, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the last 5. I'll tell you which are they. Ease of getting electricity. Now there's a very good reason why we are 189th out of 189 countries. Sorry, we are 188th, I think, out of 189 countries. So there is no country really who are below us. And the second thing was registering property. In registering property, we were 185th out of 189 countries. Now these 2 are things which are solvable. 1, electricity. I think it's just a matter of time. Things have improved, and we will see. We hope that in maybe 5 years' time, we will not be 189th, we're probably in the 100th. The second one, which is ease of registering property, again, I think there's a process of digitization going on. This government has committed itself to changing that, and I think that will also change. The one which makes me very, very worried, and I use the word with emphasis, is the third one, which is enforcing contracts. In enforcing contracts, Bangladesh comes out 188th out of 189 countries. Now, this figure of 188 is a figure which comes out. It's a composite. It comes out of many factors. So I dug deeper and saw why is it that we are 188th out of 189 countries, and I found there are 2 main items which pull us down over there. The one is cost of going to recover a claim. If you have a claim, if there is a contract, if you do business, you will have contracts. And if you have contracts, you will have disputes. And if you have disputes, you want settlement. And in Bangladesh, if you have a dispute like that, you have to spend 66% of your claim in recovering your claim. In OECD countries, it is 21%, and in rest of South Asia, it is 30%. So we are more than double of rest of South Asia. So that's one factor. The second factor, which is interlinked with this, is the length of we have to wait for a case to be settled. In Bangladesh, it is 1,442 days, which is about 4 years. And this in other countries, in OECD countries, it's 366 days, I think, just over a year. So Bangladesh is 4 times. In Bangladesh, it takes 4 times the number of days. And if time is money, and in commercial contract, your commercial bodies for whom time is money, which is the underpinning item in every dispute, if you have to wait 4 years, if you have to discount that, what is the real value of what you're getting at the end of 4 years? So I think that is the thing. And if you go back to the first one, which I said that you have to spend 66% of your claim, it's the same thing. It is because of the time it takes to settle disputes. Now, why does it take so much time to settle disputes? I'll tell you why. I can't exactly quote Justice Sandra O'Day, who is Justice of the US Supreme Court, who said that the courts should be the last resort in resolution of dispute. It shouldn't be the beginning of dispute. Dispute should end there, not begin at the courts. But in Bangladesh, it begins and ends in the courts. And when you take so many years, it is a problem. Recently, our Chief Justice, Justice Sinha, is said to have told in a meeting that it will take, if no new cases are registered from today, it's going to take more than 100 years to settle the outstanding cases in the court. Now, there are 3.1 million cases, which is 31 lakhs cases outstanding in the court. Out of that, 1.3 million cases are commercial disputes. Now, if it takes more than 100 years, I can't hope that it can be resolved, this whole situation. It seems impossible to resolve. But I think you shouldn't be so much pessimistic, because many countries went through this. It's not only Bangladesh. Even USA, Canada, Malaysia, Singapore, everybody went through this stage where cases piled up. How did they solve it? They solved it through alternative dispute resolution. That is how to solve situations like this. And let me tell you, we have one instance of Malaysia where they brought down the case from 44,000 in a couple of 3 years. In 3 years, they brought it down from 44,000 outstanding cases to 3,000 outstanding cases. So that is the number they have been able to achieve. I know ours is much bigger, but then if we deploy more resources to get this out of the way, I'm sure we'll be able to solve it. These are global best practices. Canada has resolved their issues with outstanding cases. Malaysia has, USA has. We need to do that too. Now, the government realizes that this is a problem, and the government has actually stepped forward by putting in ADR and in fact in 2001, the Arbitration Act of Bangladesh was passed, and there are a few other cases where ADR has been made compulsory. For example, in the money loans court, if you go to the court immediately asks you to go for mediation. Now, why isn't it happening? Because even now, we don't want to accept that disputes can be settled outside the court, 1. 2, there wasn't any institution who could do that. It was done by individuals, mediation and arbitration. Now you have an institution. There's no such thing as a free lunch. There's no such thing as a free dinner. This is my few minutes I'm taking of your time to give you a commercial that you all should, although we are not a commercial company. BIAC is a non-profit. It works to help resolve this situation in Bangladesh. So BIAC is an institution and it can resolve these issues because we have got arbitrators in our panel. These arbitrators are ex-chief justices of the country and other eminent jurists and lawyers. We have got a pool of trained mediators who can mediate. What do you need to do? If you want to take help, you just contact BIAC. And the other thing you can do is put in your contract, every contract you sign from now on, please put in your contract that in case of dispute, arbitration will not happen in Singapore or somewhere else, but under BIAC rules in Bangladesh. We have the facilities, we have the expertise, we can help you. And by helping you, we will help the nation, the country, and inshallah, if in time, if we all follow this, our country will no longer be 174th, will probably become in the first 20 or first 30. Let's hope for that day. Thank you very much for your time.